Hello, I'm Eric Jordan, and I'm the program coordinator for the Center for Black Culture and Research.
Hello, my name is Dr. Marjorie Fuller. I'm the director of the Center for Black Culture and Research here at WVU. You know, one of the reasons that the center was founded was student voices. Student voices that said, we don't have enough representation here on campus. And so they wanted more black faculty. They wanted a place like this where they could come and feel comfortable, to feel as if they were supported and represented. And so that's why the center was founded. This building is very important on campus because it was the first, and as we understand it right now, only freestanding Center for Black Culture and Research that there is in West Virginia. And so we are very proud, very happy to be here working. And it's been around since 1986. I started in 2008. And so the center means a great deal to us, to the entire campus, really.
Yeah.
It is the kind of place where it's a hub for student organizations, for students as they are transitioning in and out, for students as they go to class, they come here in between classes. The pandemic hurt us, but we're back.
Yeah, the center I think is great for students, especially for students of color who coming into a predominantly white institution. It gives them a sense of like home, and that's what we try to have, a family vibe here, family environment.
And I have to give a shout out to Eric's father, Norman Jordan, one of the preeminent Afro-Latin poets in the nation. So we are really proud to have Eric here with us too, because he's a talent and a very great support system here in the center. The Black experience is the American experience, and that it's everywhere. Our students need to know these things, and when we teach them these things, then they take that with them. They develop a different perspective about what it is to be Black in this country. And so we, yes, provide them with what they need to navigate this environment. You know, PWIs are not easy for Black students, but we also teach them that they come from a tradition that is strong and that perseveres and that is everywhere, not just here at WVU. The entire world is their oyster, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we want that to continue. We believe that is a very important part of our mission.
One of the most powerful things I've seen here at the center is a program that Ms. Fuller brought here, and it was called the Academic Stars. Now, the Academic Stars program it's a summer program to bring kids in 5 weeks before school starts, a group of students of color where they get together and they do an academic portion and we do a cultural portion. But seeing those kids bond together and attack this university as a group, and seeing them work with each other and lean on each other when times are hard, that was powerful. And a lot of those students became leaders in our campus.
And they came to campus and other students would say, how do you know so many people already? You just got here, because they had their Stars brothers and sisters that they kept a connection with,
Right.
But their real goal was to bring other students into the fold, to bring other students into the community, and to continue to build out a community of support and love, and to just structure themselves so that they were there for one another when things would happen.
The academic aspect of speaking of specifically our program, Academic Stars, the academic component of it is awesome. They learn to navigate the campus. They get that credit. They get the classroom experience. But it's the week of the cultural part that we do that is the most powerful impact. You just see these kids wake up. You just see it, and it's like, wow. That is probably one of the most rewarding things I see.
I was born here, but I was raised in northeastern Ohio, but I had family here. So I was familiar with the area. I came back quite a bit as a young person. And the one thing that I've noticed about West Virginia that has been different from other areas that I've lived in as a Black person, it's almost like it's more about being a West Virginian than it is about being Black. And like we call it Afralacia, you know, because we know that the African American experience is different everywhere than the white experience, but there seemed to be more of a pride in being from Appalachia for Black people from here than in other areas, like maybe Appalachia in other states. You know, there is a connection with West Virginia that is undeniable. We had something extraordinary happen here. We had a donation made to us of some artifacts from the Black high school that was segregated here in Morgantown, and it was purchased, and these things were discovered and given to the center. And I had been doing a project on Dorothy Vaughan, who was one of the hidden figures subjects from the NASA, the movie about NASA putting the first man on the moon, and the Black women that were involved in that. And Dorothy Vaughan was a very prominent part of that story. We're going through, and Dorothy Vaughan actually grew up on Beechhurst. So we're going through these artifacts, and there was a valise with letters in it. Make a long story short, one of the letters in this valise was written by Dorothy Vaughan when she was Dorothy Johnson, a student headed to Xavier University. And we realized it was her because she's mentioning all of these elements in her history that we knew about. And I'm reading this letter, and this is Dorothy Vaughan. I mean, it was so exciting. And so we are planning to make a donation of this letter to the African American History Museum in DC in West Virginia University's name as a permanent loan. And we found it just because somebody gave us some artifacts from the high school. It wasn't even like we were looking for, I'm looking for something to support my research on Dorothy Vaughan. It was a surprise. This year, as you probably know, as the listeners probably know, the two quarterbacks in the Super Bowl are Black, you know. But it's not the first time that two Black quarterbacks have played against each other. And so we are doing a panel discussion with some of our Black quarterbacks. Major Harris is coming and join us. We're trying to get several others who I won't name because they haven't committed yet. But also we are bringing Spencer Paysinger from the Netflix series All American. And so we are going to put together a panel discussion to talk about what it's like to be a Black quarterback in an environment that hasn't necessarily embraced the Black quarterback.
There's been so much, stigma with the Black quarterbacks. We even our own Geno Smith from WVU this year, made it to the playoffs this year. So I think it's going to be a great panel discussion. One of our things that we connect with is movies. Like we both love The Godfather. We do like that. So one of the things that we're really proud about that we just started last year is the Black Film Festival. And we'll be doing our Black Film Festival this year, March 31st, in the Mount Lair Ballroom. Last year was amazing. You want to definitely come to this, and I think our highlight feature this year will be the Black Panther. Yeah, so March 31st, come check us out, cbc.wvu.edu.